Thank you to our amazing sponsors, many of whom have supported us for a number of years, and some of you who are new this year. Your support makes tonight and its success possible. We applaud your dedication to Hospice Whitby, Roger Anderson House. Our diamond sponsor, Dayton Associates. Our sapphire sponsor, Bell. Emerald, Ontario Power Generation. Test Force Systems, Mattamy Homes. Our amethyst sponsor, Thornton Cemetery Cremation and Funeral Center. Our Peridot sponsor, Jacqueline Tanner Realtor, Sutton Group Heritage Realty Incorporated Brokerage. Baker Tilly, Organize That. Baroni Quality Cleaning. J. Kilgannon RBC Wealth Management. Our Tourmaline sponsor, Zuber & Company LLP, and Desjardins Insurance, Dan Piedemonte.
Well, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Handbags for Hospice in support of Hospice Whitby Roger Anderson House. My name is Terry Johnston, and easily this is one of my favorite events of the year, and I know Matt Cardwell and Joyce Marshall are going to be going, don't do the same jokes that you've done at every other event, so I won't do the same jokes or the same lines. And it's such a fun night, and for a fun and a great cause. I know Roger would have been so proud when we do the groundbreaking and we finally get Hospice Whitby Roger Anderson House open. We'd like to begin this evening by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe Mississauga, adjacent to the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, and a territory covered by the Williams Treaty. This place is and will continue to be home to Indigenous peoples. Let us move forward together with kindness and respect. Now, this year we've moved back to the mostly live event here at Deer Creek with some virtual guests who are either partying with friends or watching from the comfort of their PJs with a big bowl of wine. Has anybody been here since we were at Sikorsky Hall way back? Remember those days way back? They gave me a seat. They said, we got a seat for you. And I said, wonderful. At the very back of the room. So Sikorsky was massive. And then we moved it to Brock Street to 12 Bistro and so on. And now we're here at Deer Creek. Tonight you'll hear some very emotional, you will hear a very emotional and heartwarming story about the need and value of hospice. And you'll also have the opportunity to invest in Hospice Whitby Roger Anderson House. To lead our fundraising efforts tonight, we have the one and only Lane the Auctionista. Some of us in person already got a taste of what Lane is going to do. If you're not here tonight and you're watching at home, you missed it. You'll have to ask. Lane has been with us since the very first Handbags event in 2017, and there's no one in this whole world who can raise funds and have so much fun doing it than Lane. And everybody will go out of here with next to no money in their pockets, in their purses, thanks to Lane. Can't wait to see what's in store for tonight as Lane leads us through both the Fund to Need segments, and we will ask for direct financial support to help us raise $35,000 in charitable donations and our live auction as well. Both are coming up later in the show and will be as exciting and entertaining as always. And to those of you who are able to purchase that golden ticket, that draw will take place at the end of the evening. And it's not, although Lane and I discussed this, we got the joint till 2 a.m. We could stay here right through to the end. There's a bar. There's only 4 men in here. They've got credit cards. They would buy us all the drinks we want. It's not as though you're all getting up to listen to my morning show tomorrow morning anyway. It's evident with our lack of ratings. So that golden ticket draw for the Louis Vuitton purse that is worth $10 million will take place at the end of the evening. Because we are both virtual and live, and to ensure the best fundraising outcome, make sure your phones or other devices are charged up and ready to go. In order to bid on live auction items and donate to our Fund to Need, you must be logged in. If you are not yet logged in, please scan the QR code on your table and get ready to bid. All right, there's the housekeeping stuff. Now, to kick off our evening, it's my pleasure to introduce Jane Gilbert. Now, Jane was born in the UK and raised in the Niagara Peninsula. Jane Gilbert has called Durham region home for more than 30 years. I wonder if she's a listener. That'd be cool. We'd have 3. Anyway, after a successful career in broadcast journalism and strategic communications, Jane has recently taken her rewirement to better enjoy all the region has to offer. With a degree in journalism and law, Jane pursued a career in news and for many years was a familiar face on our television screens as a reporter and anchor for CTV, CBC, and Global. For the past 15 years, she shared her skills with the not-for-profit world, specializing in the environmental sector. And most recently, Jane was the Vice President of Public Affairs and Communications with the Nature Conservancy of Canada. But Jane is here tonight to share something much more personal with you, her experience as a family advocate in a hospice setting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jane Gilbert.
Thank you so much, and what a delight it is to be here with you this evening. Such a delight because I could not have been here this time last year. Life was coming at me pretty fast and furiously, and I'll tell you a little bit about that in the few minutes we have together. But first, I have a question for you. You're here to buy new handbags. Old handbags or new handbags? Is there a little keepsake that's always in your handbag? Something that you'll transfer. Maybe it's a picture of the kids. Maybe it's your first pay stub. Something that means something to you, something special. I've got it. I'll just find my pocket here. I've got one, and it's a little coin that says Sláinte on it. Anyone with a Celtic background knows what that means. Health, cheers. And it was given to me by my best friend after I spoke at her father's funeral. He was a proud Glaswegian. And every now and then I put my hand in my purse to get a quarter, and I touch this coin, and it reminds me of Bob, and it reminds me of Evelyn, and I smile. Well, recently, I put another keepsake into my purse, and that's the story I'm going to tell you, if you just indulge me for a few minutes. As I say, a year ago was pretty difficult times in the Gilbert LePage household. Any of you who've been caregivers will know this. Cancer does not fight a fair battle. And my mom had beaten it once, but around about October, she'd been told that treatment was not working anymore, and she opted for palliative care. Now, that doesn't mean no care. That means supportive care. And despite our sadness, there was some relief and a belief that there would be a system there. She was assigned a palliative care doctor, with pain would be managed. There was a 24-hour on-call line. So we felt confident that there was a support system there to help Mom through this, and we would get through it together. I look back now and think how naive we were. I don't want anything I say tonight to be construed as a criticism of anyone in the medical professions at all. We met through our journey some amazing people in the system, but the system is broken. It is past capacity, and it is ill-prepared for the gray wave now lapping at our shores. Well, as the weeks went on, my brother, my husband, and I became a tight little trio, a relay team, doing what we could, and absolutely positive that when we needed it, the cavalry was coming over the hill. Only it never came. Calls went unanswered. To this day, I cannot tell you who our caseworker was. They seem to change, and it's a confusing system to navigate, and even with resources, the private care wasn't even there. There was no one to help. And so desperation set in, along with pain. And although Mom received prescriptions for heavy-duty oral painkillers, it was no better than giving her breath mints. And by late December, she was screaming. She couldn't move, she couldn't eat, she wouldn't drink. And so despite all advice, I called an ambulance. And then we were introduced to the horrors of hallway medicine. And I hear a rumor of recognition there. Although we did get a final diagnosis, the tumor was large and pushing on her spine. That's where the pain was coming from. The doctor that very evening said to me, "Don't worry, your mother is never going home again." And though that was sad for Mom, it was a huge relief that there was care coming. Well, Mom wound up in the maternity ward. 89 years old, wound up in the maternity ward. And in the entire time we were there with her, we saw one young family with a baby. The ward was full of women like my mother who had no place else to go and no alternative and no home care. And then, just after the new year, they kicked her out of hospital. Well, with reason, acute care beds are no place for someone in palliative care, and there was nowhere else to go, and she wound up at home with 3 hours' notice. We scrambled to find a hospital bed for the front room. Luckily, the community care nurse showed up about an hour after Mom, so the IV pump was hooked up. But that's where we were. And although there was an IV pump, Mom pulled it out regularly. And you had to call to bring the nurse in to redo the butterfly clips and what have you. So I developed an early warning system. I had a yoga mat that slipped underneath Mom's bed in the living room, and I slept on that so that if she stood up in the middle of the night, she stood on me. And I grabbed the pump before she pulled it out of her arm. So that's the state we were at by the end of January. And then the box of equipment arrived with instructions on what to do if she passed away during a snowstorm and no one could get to us. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. And then, out of the blue, someone, somewhere, the fates, smiled on us. And I got a call from McNally House, which is a 6-bed hospice in Grimsby, my mom's hometown. The bed was available. A bed was available. We didn't tell Mom because she may have refused it. We packed her up, we took her, not quite knowing what to expect. After all, we were taking her to a place where people went to die. And that's a morbid thought. Well, what did we walk into? A bright, spacious, modern home, a happy place where people were smiling and laughing and welcoming. By 4 o'clock that afternoon, she'd been showered, her hair had been done. Her meds had been adjusted, pressure sores had been cared for, and she was sitting up in bed like a queen in clean pajamas. By 7 o'clock, she'd had a dinner of her choice, ice cream with chocolate sauce, thank you very much, served by a volunteer who was an old friend and neighbor, because volunteers are so much a part of the hospice community. And she was tucked up in bed by 7, sleeping peacefully, more comfortable than we'd seen in months. And then the evening supervisor popped in and strategically, now I look back on it, strategically stood between my husband and I. And I said, Mom's doing well. She's okay. She's comfortable. We're going to pop out for a bowl of soup. And she said, of course your mom's fine. I'm not here to talk about your mom. I'm not here for your mom right now. I'm here for you. This is what we mean by a circle of care. And she put her arms around both of us. And she said, we're here now. You go back to being a family. And 600 pounds lifted off my shoulders. From the moment you become a caregiver, your family dynamic changes. You're no longer the daughter, the sister, the partner. You're the cook, the chambermaid, the amateur pharmacist. And the patient becomes dependent and loses their agency. I was focused on the immediate rather than what my family was looking ahead to in terms of changes within our family structure. And I gave no space to my mom or to her emotional well-being and her end-of-life journey. Mom came roaring back. We had a few precious days. They call it the McNally Rally in Grimsby, actually. Her pup, Nikki, got to visit. She regaled staff with full-throttle renditions of Broadway musicals in the kitchen. She ate her weight in Quality Street chocolates, and she even got out for a drive to the golf club in my brother's new truck. Several times on cold, crisp days. She lived every moment until she couldn't. And at the end, she was comfortable, she was peaceful, she was surrounded by family, and she was fortified in her faith. And really, what can any one of us hope for when the end comes? Now, I'm a pretty pragmatic girl. I was a reporter for over 20 years. Things are pretty black and white with me. But there were a couple of strange little coincidences that happened through that period of time. And I think about it now, I think maybe they weren't coincidences at all. Maybe I was exactly where I was supposed to be at exactly the right time. Two come to mind in particular that I'll point out. One, while at hospice, I stepped out of the room one evening to get a cup of tea. And I ran into the man who was leaving the room next to us. So we struck up a conversation, as you do. And I said, I can't believe there isn't a facility like this in every community in this province. It just makes so much sense. And he said, oh, don't tell me, I know. There isn't one in my community either. Matter of fact, I'm working to make sure that that happens. And I said, oh, where are you from? He says, Whitby. So Whitby met Ajax, and I met John Rycroft. And John is the treasurer of the campaign to build Roger Anderson House. And I suspect he's a large part of the reason why I'm here this evening. And the second coincidence is that a few weeks ago, I finally got around to the task of starting to clean out my mother's home. It's taken me a while to mentally get myself there and to start with her clothes. Every garment that I gave away felt like I was erasing a little piece of her. And there were 3 closets. The first closet I reached into, and the first garment I reached to grab, was a red suit jacket. And I checked the pockets, and I checked for buttons to make sure they were all there, and I checked the lapel for any jewelry. And I found this. Probably not be able to see it in the back of the room. It's a hummingbird pin. If you have any familiarity with the hospice movement, you know that hummingbirds and dragonflies are symbols of hospice. Hummingbirds float freely. They can fly backwards, they touch the past, and they connect to the future. Their grace reminds us that beauty is everywhere, life is rich and fleeting, and they symbolize hope. McNally House was full of hummingbird paintings. There were several in my mother's room. And as I reached out to begin my life without her, here was a hummingbird to remind me of the gift of those last few weeks. and the compassion and care we received at hospice. So, that's what's in my handbag. A hummingbird pin, a little memento, and a quiet reminder. One last thought. There's something else that we all carry in our handbags that can make a difference, whether the handbag is old or new. And it's the power to ensure that hospice care will be available for Durham families when they most need it, with a gift to Roger Anderson House. Because the end of life deserves as much beauty and respect as does the beginning. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Jane. Jane, that was beautifully spoken. I want to share something with you. I'm going to be a little atypical, Lane. My very first job as a fundraiser many years ago, my first job in fundraising was at Hospice Wellington in Guelph. And it changed my life. I had no idea. There might be some of you here right now in this room that listened to Jane's beautiful story. Jane, these are the stories I heard every single day when I worked at hospice. And some of you may not be familiar, but every single word that Jane spoke to us, the feelings, the emotion, the circle of care, it's real. It is real. That's the way they operate. And I truly believe what you said. There should be a hospice in every single community to pass with dignity, for loved ones to feel entirely supported and supported after they lose their loved ones. Because hospice just isn't a place where you go to die. It's where you go to live, right? And for the rest of us to learn how to deal with our grief and carry on. There is so much good work that a hospice does. And the other piece, and Jane, you know this, 24/7 care, 365 days in a year, free of charge. It doesn't matter who you are, what your financial situation is, where you come from, what your traditions are, what your culture is, who you are as a human, you are welcomed with open arms. So tonight, we've got a job to do. Sure, we're having fun, we're bidding on purses, we're drinking wine, we're socializing, but we've got a job to do because tonight is a very, very important night. It's a critical night. It's a critical night because we raise a lot of money at this event. So right now, I am going to say tonight is not about how much you can get. Tonight is about how much you can give, because this hospice needs to become a reality in Whitby. Do you not agree? Yes. And you, every single one of you tonight, are our benefactors. No matter what you give tonight, no matter what number that is, whether it's $25, $2,500, $2 million, $2, it doesn't matter. Because when we pool our resources, that's when a community really comes together, plants their flag, and stands behind a cause. So that is what we're going to do tonight. So we have a goal of raising $25,000 in charitable donations. That means we need every single person in this room to get on board, whatever that number is. Because I know everyone in this room can do something. So I just want to say to you, imagine if everybody did something. And to our friends at home, we're not forgetting about you. You can do something too. We want you to feel a part of this moment as much as everybody here in this room. So now I'm going to say, are you ready to do this? All right. All right. You know what you need to do. Get your little phones out and off Instagram and WhatsApp. No more of that. Get onto that fundraising site. I hope that you've already bookmarked it. And in the middle of your tables, I believe on the program, there is a QR code. And you scan that with your camera if you're not already in and if you're not already registered. And I really, really hope that you are. And folks at home, I am going to be watching for you too. what we're going to be doing is we're going to be calling out names. We're going to be celebrating each and every single donation tonight. It doesn't matter how much it is. So I need to get everybody on board. Is anybody having problems getting on their on the fundraising site? Because if you are, we do have volunteers. I believe we have volunteers that also have paper donations. Paper. 1678 paper and scroll pens. We can do that for sure. Because right now, I am going to ask, and it's a big, big ask. Do I have anybody in this room that would like to make a $25,000 gift? Don't laugh, it happens every single night of the week. You never know when that moment is for someone. Do I have anybody at a $10,000 gift tonight? Would I have a hand up at $5,000 tonight? 5,000 right there. There we go. Come on, let's get some energy in this room. $5,000. That is what I am talking about. I am talking about humanity, philanthropy. It's so good for us as human beings. It's also so good for our community. So I have $5,000, and that is going to get uploaded very shortly. So here's the thing. Our goal is $25,000. One donor just gave $5,000. That leaves about 180 people to come up with $20,000. That's $212.37 each. Think about that. Let's get some names up on the board. I want to thank Amanda Allen. Thank you very much for a $106 gift. My good friend Judy Longfield. Judy, baby, $2,000. Eva Reddy is in at $150. Wanda McPherson, thank you so much for a $50 gift. Right now we're sitting at $3,422. I believe that $5,000 is going to be on top of that, so that makes us in at around $84.22. Who else do we have? Gary Polonsky. He says, Lane, baby, put me down for $200. Incredible. There's our $5,000 gift. Who else do we have? Tina Han, $5,316. Tina, thank you so very much. Folks, we have got to get as many names on there as we can. We are currently sitting at $15,002. Friends at home, thank you so much for joining with us. Make sure you get your name on the board tonight. I want to read everybody's name off tonight. Every single person's name. And who else do we have? We need some more names on the board. We're slowing down. We're sitting at 15,000. Can we get up another $1,000 or $1,500 in the next minute? In the next minute. This is not a telethon. This is a fundraising event, but it feels like it. Let's see. Do I have 10 people at $100 right now? Diane Scott is in at $1,063. Diane, thank you so much. Naomi Daltroy, $106. We are already at $16,278. All right, this is what we're going to do. Some of you are still trying to get on your phones. You're looking, you're figuring things out. That is okay. We will give you time to do that. And if you absolutely can't get on your phone tonight, perhaps it's misbehaving, we will have a volunteer come by and give you a paper donation form. If you need a paper donation form right now, please put your hand up in the air. I need one over here. I need a couple over here. So what we're going to do is, and I need another one over here. Amazing. We are already over 17,000. We are going to crush our goal as we always do in this community. So what we're going to do is I am going to let you continue donating, and we are going to move on to 3 live auction items. How's that sound? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, I do want to remind you of Lane's auction rules. Rule number 1, no BFF and spousal interventions, okay? We know how it goes. If they want to bid on it, you just sit on your little hands and let them bid on it. It's all good. Rule number 2 is no deals. I am not here to cut deals tonight. You want a deal? You can stop off at Dollarama on your way home tonight. This is not about cutting deals. This is about raising money for your hospice. All right? So now, if you don't know how to get to the live auction items, we're going to be bidding on those with your phone. And it's going to be really simple, really, really fun. You're going to go to the live auction tab right now in your phone on the site. And we are going to start off with the Thermea Spa package for 2 people. Here we go. Let me tell you about this one. It's 2 thermal spa passes, 2 accesses to Kala, and 2 Rasul treatments. How many of you have been to Thermea Spa? Not many of you. Of the folks that have been, how was the experience? Fabulous. Well, we have got this here for you tonight. This is for 2 people. Take a girlfriend, take your spouse, take your daughter, take your grandmother, take whoever you would like, and we are going to put you in a world of relaxation and massage and all that stuff that people like to do when they like to relax. I don't really get to relax much, but I know that people like to do this. All right, this is valued at $500. Guys at the tech table, I need to see some bidders. Hopefully somebody will open this up. We are gonna start the bidding off at $300. I need somebody to hit that little button and go, yeah, Lane, baby, I'm gonna start you off at $300 because Judy Longfield, my love of my life from Whitby, is always there to catch me. Judy Longfield just started us off at $350. JD and Associates, Janet Dusick, where are you, Janet? Are you in the house, Janet? Oh, you're Janet. Okay. Hey, Janet, baby. Thank you very much. I got a $350 bid from Janet. Now, Judy, back over to you. Are you going to go one more time at $400? Just do it. Eva Reddy said, hey, hold it now. I'm coming in at $450. Judy Longfield is in at $500 on this one. What are we doing here? Janice, just go bing, 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 bing. I think, you know what, you missed out on Disney on Ice. I feel like you need a spa package. I think that'll be great for you. I think it'll be great for you. We're already sitting at $550. Who's going to come back in at a $600 bid for me? Who's going to come back at a $600 bid? Janice says, Lane, baby, I am not letting this one go. I'm not letting this one go. But Judy is like, oh, yes, she is. Oh, yeah. Judy, thank you very much. I got a $650 bid from Judy Longfield. Janice, back over to you. Janny, baby. Janice is back at $700. We are well on our way. And just keep pressing the button. Judy, are you in or out? You're saving it now for I would go with you, Judy. I think that you and I at Thermea Spa would cause a bit of a ruckus on site. Because I know you're a little bit wild. I'm a little bit wild. I think Judy couldn't resist. Judy's back in at $750, Judy. I love you so much. And Janice, she can do it. You're letting this one go again. So now you've lost Disney. And you've lost the spa. Are you upset because I didn't offer to go with you? Is that the problem? Okay, you know what? Maybe on one of the next items I'll offer up I'll hang out with you. All right, here we go. Oh no, Janice said, Lane, well, I'm gonna just go one more time at 800. Janice, you are a sneaky little thing, and you are sneaky, 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 but the best kind of sneaky, philanthropic sneaky. All right, I got Janice sitting at $800. Anybody coming in at $850? Anybody coming back in at $850? Anybody now $850? Janice, baby, go in. Oh, Amaranth Albatross. Amaranth Albatross. I love that name. Is that you? Oh, it's a great name. So I've got $850 with double A here at $850. Amaranth Albatross, that's a mouthful for sure. Janice, one more time in or out? You're out. Amaranth Albatross, $850 going once, twice, sold right there. Amaranth Albatross comes in from behind and takes the prize. All right, next item up for bids. What do we got? It is hockey. How many of you love hockey? Wow, that was not a good response at all. Let's just pretend. How many of you love hockey? Okay, good. That's great. So what we have here is Hockey Night in Oshawa, and it's been donated by CRCS DKI. I don't know what all those letters stand for, but I'm sure many of you do. It's Hockey Night in Oshawa, the Oshawa Generals versus the Kingston Frontenacs at the Tribute Community Center. This game is being held on Sunday, November 12th at 6:05. Again, this package is for you and 9 friends. The 9 friends, okay? So you are going to enjoy a beautiful night watching hockey, 10 tickets to the center ice private suite, and 2 parking passes. They like including that. Is parking a problem there or something? Yeah, okay, right. Okay, here we go. Hockey Night in Oshawa is valued at $775. We're gonna start the bidding off at $400, kids. Let's get it going. I need one bidder to get us going at $400. Press that little button, press the little button, press the little button. It's gonna be hockey, hockey, all hockey. One little press. All right, Janice. I was gonna come back to my tried and true Janice over here, but no, I've got Eva. Eva, where are you sitting right now? Where's Eva? Oh, yeah. We got some energy at Eva's table. I got Eva at $400 now. Let's get somebody else in at $475. Remember, it's valued at $7. You must have people in your life that like hockey. Do you have no one in your life that likes hockey?
They live in Windsor.
They live in Windsor. Forget you. Okay. Janice, do you have people in your life that like hockey? Well, Diane Scott does, because Diane Scott is in at $475. $475. Now I need a $550 bid. It's hockey. It's what Canadians do. It's what we do. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Many of you will go home with a purse tonight. When you get home, figure out how many bottles of wine are going to fit in there and just take it to the game, okay? It'll just make the night just fly by, okay? The night will just fly right by. All right, I got Diane Scott sitting all by her lonesome at $475. Do I have somebody else coming in to bid? Because I'm going to shut this baby down. Diane Scott going once at $475, twice, all in, and Janice, are you good? Sold! Diane Scott! All right. I think we have one for Janice now. Everybody, you know what? Let's just say hi, Janice. Hi, No. Let's just do it again. Hi, Janice. Hey, Janice, have you ever been to see Cirque du Soleil? Oh, have you seen Cirque du Soleil Crystal? Excellent. Very good start. All right, it's been donated by J.J. McGuire General Contractors. You are going to go see Cirque du Soleil Crystal. It's Saturday, December the 9th at the Tribute Community Center. It's going to be a private suite of how many people? 10. And what else do you get? 2 parking spots. Oh, Janice. Janice. It's going to be a good night for you, I think. Okay, let's get going here. This is valued at $1,300. I want to start it off at a $700 bid. I need somebody to go $700 bid. That is basically $70 per person. Let's say hi, Judy. Hi, Judy. Judy, I love you. I love you. I love your heart. I love it. You do this every single year. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. I've got a $700 bid. Anybody gonna go now? $800, Janice. What about you? Are you in at $800? Tina Hand said, Lane baby, I am in at $800. I got $800 of valued at $1,300. How about one more time? Somebody at 9. Somebody gonna go now 9. It's only money, kids. Listen to me. Listen to me. You're gonna spend it tonight. You're gonna go to the ATM tomorrow. There's gonna be more in there, okay? It's gonna be more, right? It's gonna be more. It's going to be more. Jane Gilbert, yes, $900. Thank you, Jane. Jane knows where it's at. Here we go. I got Jane Gilbert in at $900. Now anybody to win even 1,000. Now an even 1,000, Janice. How about an even 1,000? Even 1,000. Anybody 1,000? Anybody 1,000? Judy Longfield has already bumped her up to $1,100. There we go. We've got some competition going now. Jane Gilbert, ping the button. Jane, one more time, baby. One more time, Jane Gilbert. One more time, Tina Han. Somebody let's go. Because you know what? If we do that, Judy Longfield will come back. Tina Han, $1,200. Let's go one more time. Let's sell this at market value. I'm looking for one more person. Let's just do this. Let's end it at $1,300. Who is that person going to be? I need one more bid. Let's end it at $1,300. Let's do it. Folks at home, one more time, or I'm shutting it down. Tina Han, baby, going once, twice, and sold. Tina Han. Woo! All right, how did that feel? Pretty good? Am I the only one that's overheated? Okay, you can feel my heat. I know I came up to you and you're like, whoa, there's that furnace. Thank you all, everybody at home. We are gonna do another round of asking for donations, 3 more live auction items, but now it is my pleasure to welcome Vicki Dayton. Dayton Associates has been our presenting sponsor for Handbags for Hospice since 2019. President and CEO Vicki Dayton is here tonight along with a number of colleagues and friends. I'd like to ask her to come up and tell us why this event and Hospice Whitby is so important to you.
Thank you so much, Lane. I didn't actually know that I was going to be up here saying anything this evening, so we're just going to go with it. 2019 was the first year that I became involved with hospice. It was actually the first year that I even knew that there was such a thing as hospice. A very close family friend and like a daughter to me passed away of cancer at the age of 36 and left behind 2 sweet little girls. And it was devastating for our family, for everyone that was in her presence and who loved her. She lived in Woodstock, and she was excited about going to Sakura House. And when we would go and visit her, she had gone to visit the place, and she knew that that's where she wanted to go at the end of her life. And we were going back and forth many times during the course of her illness. And as it came closer to her end, it was very complicated for all of us to be with her, to have time with her because we're so busy doing things. We would go to her house, we would do laundry, we would take care of the girls, we would, grocery shop, we would do whatever. Our time with her was very limited until she went into Sakura House. And the best memories I had were that time that we had with her in Sakura House because we were together, we were present. Nothing else mattered. And it was such an amazing experience for her loved ones to be able to be there, and we laughed and we enjoyed the time. And the environment, exactly what Jane spoke of, was loving, was compassionate, was caring. You went into this beautiful home. Her little girls could run down the hall and could see her. We spent so much quality time together that when she passed, we were devastated, obviously. But I really felt like I had an opportunity to do something very special, and that was to be present with her. And when she was in her final days, I made a promise that I would attach my wagon to the hospice horse. And when I found out Whitby did not have a hospice, it was like shocking to me because it was in Woodstock. And I thankfully found such an amazing group of people that were pledging to do this journey and to create the hospice. So I'm very proud to be part of the small piece that we are as a company. And we'll continue to support hospice because we all have an end date. And that was the most beautiful experience that I believe we could have had with Karen. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Vicki. Thank you for your support. You are a shining light for sure. Thank you for your philanthropy, your support. It's beautiful. Thank you. All right. We're going to go back to fundraising. We're going to do another couple of minutes. I hope that you all, those of you who weren't able to get on your phones, you can get on your phones. You at home, hi back at you. And maybe I've got a couple of double dippers in there. What's a double dipper, Lane? What's a double dipper? Well, a double dipper is somebody who already gave a donation, but maybe after listening to Jane's story and Vicki's words, you might say to yourself, oh, I think I can do more. I think I can dig a little deeper. I love a double dipper donor. Love them. All right, let's see where we are at. Let's get it up on the screen. We are sitting at $22,657 out of $25,000. We are just a mere $2,400 away from our goal. I need 24 people to just say, here's another $100, Lane, or I need 12 people to say, here's another $200. Here, can we do it? Do you think we can get up to 25,000 in the next 2 minutes? Roz says, yes, Lane, put me down for $200. We are getting so close. Now we're over $23,000. Michelle Cole says, Lane, baby. John Rycroft, $250. Marilyn Biddy, here we go. We are going to go over. It is happening. We are kissing $25,000 right now. Yeah! We did it. We did it. You did it. Amazing. Thanks to everybody at home. Thank you to everybody here. And again, if you didn't have an opportunity to donate on your phone, we have volunteers in the room. You can make a donation on a paper form on your way out the door. This is incredible, and I thank you all so very much. And now, our last 3 live auction items. What do you say? I got to sell something to Janice. All right, we've got a purse. The beautiful Strathberry East-West leather shoulder bag. This is a cutie. Where is this bag? Right here. Now, as you can see, well, I'm a renowned purse model. You may not know that, but I am. Now, how many of you are aware of the Strathberry brand? Oh, yes. This is a cutie. And all I'm going to say is I can't remember the celebrities. Is it, who are the celebrities? Vicki, you know all this stuff. Who are the celebrities that carry this? Ryan Gosling, right? Yeah, I think Ryan Gosling likes this one. But I'm going to tell you, talk about elegant. Talk about beautiful. And of course, we've got the chains here covered, but it's a lovely bag. And of course, I say there is nothing like a beautiful black bag. Kate Middleton, thank you very much. I knew it. It was Kate Middleton. I knew it. There we go. Kate Middleton and Katie Holmes. Okay, perfect. And okay, that's enough now. I got to sell this thing and get you folks out of here by 8:30. Here's what I'm saying. The average person has 13 handbags in their closet. How many of you have 13 handbags or more? Lots of you. So now I'm going to be selling to the people that don't have 13 to help you get there. There is nothing like a beautiful black bag, elegance, absolute gorgeous leather, day to night. Go to the market, go to the theater, go to Cirque du Soleil Cristal, go to the hockey game. It is a beautiful thing. So let's get this one sold. It is valued at $1,100. We are starting off the bidding at half value, $500, a little less than half value. So I'm looking for somebody to get me going. Jane Gilbert is in at a $500 bill. There we go, $500 from Jane Gilbert. Thank you very much. Now let's go one more time. Somebody, another $100. Here we go. I need a $600 bid. A $600 bid. There is no auction if there's only one person bidding. And you know what? Justine Fletcher says, I know that, Lane. Of course I know that, Lane. Where's Justine? Hi, Justine. Perfect. Justine and Jane. Justine and Jane. What do you say, Jane? What do you say? One more time? One more time? One more time? I think that purse needs to be replaced. The one you have with you. Oh, that's a wallet. That's a huge wallet. That's a huge wallet. Jane Gilbert says, absolutely, Lane, put me in for $700 because that is a gorgeous little bag. Jane Gilbert, $700. Now I need somebody who's coming back at an $800 bill. $800. Joanne is in at $800. Let's get this baby girl up to $1,000. Let's get her right up to $1,000. We need to raise the money tonight. It's valued at $1,100 and HST's included. Does that help the situation? Joanne is sitting in at $800. Do I have anybody? One more time. Justine Fletcher. Justine, do you own a Strathberry, girl? Do you own one? Oh my goodness. $1,000 right here. I don't know who you are, but what's your first name? Beth. I got Beth at 1,000 now. Justine 1,100 now. 11111111 1100 One more time. Justine, are you an accountant? Perfect. Now, here's the rationale. Justine, it's just a little bit more. Amortize it. 20, 30 years. Pennies a day, Justine. You are going to look so good tomorrow morning. You are going to wake up and you are going to say, I got that hot little bag. I got the hot little bag, but Joanne is in at 1,100. Beth, are you coming back in at 1,200? Yes? 1,200. I got $1,200 from Beth. Now we got to get it up to 1,300. Anybody going to go one more time at 13? Anybody going to go one more time at 1,300? Anybody now one more time at 13? I'm selling it to Beth, baby. Beth going once. I have a 20-second lag with kids at home, with the folks at home. $1,200 going twice, and sold to Beth right there. Great job. Okay. John Rycroft, where are you? There you are. Come on up here, John. Everybody give a big round of applause to John Rycroft. John is making his way up on stage. He's got the Tilly hat. He's got the backpack. The women are going insane, John. They are going insane. There we go. Okay. Before you say anything, John, I just need you to stand there and look absolutely gorgeous while I give the description of this package. Check this out. This is really, really cool. Of course, you know that John is a member of the Hospice Whitby board. Yes. And this package is a guided hike with John. And John is a certified Hike Ontario hike leader. And you are going to be heading out to Rattlesnake Point on the Niagara Escarpment to Crawford Lake and back. John is including a catered lunch. Now, John loves Oscar Mayer bologna. That's bologna. Good source of protein on some nice white Wonder Bread. I don't know what the lunch is going to be, but John is going to make sure that you are fed. You're going to have a great time. He's also including 4 $50 gift certificates for sale. So if you want to look as hikey as John... Hunky, hikey, hikey. If you want to look as hikey as John, you can go to sale and grab some goods. Now, your total round trip distance is 12 to 13 kilometers, and that's not a lot. You're going to be there for 4 or 5 days. John. So John is going to take you out either October 28th or 29th or November 4, 5, 11, or 12, or he'll arrange another date. He says the hike is going to be reasonably paced over a 4 to 5 hour. I know, because I'm just thinking about it myself. I really don't like that is not me, but I know that forest bathing is a very good thing. It's good for the soul and the mind, the heart, and, for all your high blood pressure stuff. So here we go. Moderate hiking terrain, suitable for regular hikers. You're gonna need some boots, some shoes, some poles are recommended, and you're gonna be hanging, look at the smile on this guy. You're gonna be hanging out with this person, this incredible person. You just exude.
Quite a laugh over here.
Well, because it's a laugh of discomfort, because they think you're amazing, and they don't know what else to say. Let's give John a round of applause. Now, I'm going to say this is a priceless opportunity because you're going to talk about nature. You're going to talk about, geological things and hikey things.
It's not accounting.
Yeah, but it's going to be great, and it's very good to be outdoors. So we're just going to start the bidding off at $400. I would love to get this up to $1,000. How many people is this for? 4, right, because you've got the 4 cards and the catered lunch. All right, so John, you're going to start us off. Have you ever auctioned off anything?
No.
Perfect. So what you are going to say is, who would like to start me off at 400? Just say it.
Who would like to start me off at $450?
Good boy, John. Good boy, because Eva Reddy is already up to $600 on this one. Let's go. This is going to be a day to remember out in the wilds of Ontario with John Rycroft. And you know what? The more I stand beside you, the more excited I'm getting, and so is Lavender Thrush. Lavender Thrush is already at $650. Eva, let's come on back here and let's get it up to $700. I want to sell this package. John is worth $1,000. I have no doubt in my mind. Eva is back at $800. Let's get this moving. Let's get this moving. Let's keep going one more time. A couple of more bids. Let's get it up to $1,000, Janice. Okay, I've got Eva ready at $800. Are we done at 800? Are we done at 800? Or do I have one hero? One shiro to go up to 1,000. Eva going once. Eva going twice. All in, all out, and sold! $800! Well done. You folks are amazing. That is going to be an amazing, amazing afternoon. All right, we're ending off with wine. Yes. Everybody says yes, Lane. All right, we have a wine subscription for a year. It's been donated by Noble Estates Wine and Spirits. It is valued at $800. So what's going to happen is you will receive 4 boxes in a year. Each box will contain a variety of seasonally themed wine and perhaps some spirits. Delivered to your home directly on a Friday night at 5:30. I think we can probably arrange that for you. Here we go. How many of you like a little sip of wine every once in a while? 3 of you, I don't believe you. You all have wine glasses. This is valued at $800. We're going to start it off at $450. Let's get somebody in at $450. It is vino, right to your Doro. And there is Tina Han. Tina Han is back in the game at $450, baby. Jackie Bozanis says, you know what? Move over, Tina. Marilyn Binney says, move over, Jackie. And who's going to get Marilyn out of the way? Because now we need a $600 bidder. It's valued. Tina Han is back. Tina Han, here we go. Tina Han is sitting at $600. Do I have somebody else to come back at $650? It is valued at $800. $800. Wine in a big box, dropped off at your door on Fridays, every quarter at 5:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be great. Here we go. Tina Han is in at $650. Thank you very much. Do I have anybody else in at a $700 bill? Anybody else in at a $700 bill? Anybody else in at a $700 bill? Tina, where are you? Hi, Tina. I love you. Tina, you are in at $650. Now I really want you to have it. Here we go. Tina Han, going once, twice, all in, sold. Tina Han, yes! All your girlfriends are gonna be knocking at your door, Tina Han. That is what's gonna be happening. All right, give yourselves a round of applause. That was a great live auction. Thank you. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Let's see our totalizer. Let's see how much we have raised. Oh my goodness, $27,200. Let's get it back on that screen. What's our total in fundraising for the donations, guys? Can we get it back on that screen? Did we lose the screen? I think we might have lost the screen. That is okay. Did everybody see that we were over $27,000? We succeeded. We achieved and overachieved. Thank you all so very much. All right. How many of you have a golden ticket? Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's time for the golden ticket draw. Our Louis Vuitton golden ticket was provided by none other than Vicki Dayton. So let me invite Eva Retty, Chair of Hospice Whitby, to make the draw. Oh, Eva. Where's Eva? You're coming, you're coming, you're coming. Okay. Let's show this. I might want to look at the donation. Okay, we'll come back. Oh, it's here. What? Oh. 35,000. 35. What is happening here? Unbelievable. That is, I think that's the best result that we have ever had. And that's because of everyone here and everyone at home here that is with us tonight. That is incredible. All right, what do we have here? That's a Louis Vuitton.
Comes with a pillow. Look.
A pillow?
Look inside there, that.
Aw. It keeps the structure. Or you can put your knees on it and pray that you win it. Pray you don't lose it, exactly. How much is this purse worth? What's the value of this purse?
10 million.
No, I don't. I think it's more than that. Does anybody know what the value of the purse is?
11,000.
Excuse me? Hold it. I am speaking to one person only. My love, Vicki Dayton, knows. How much is this purse valued at?
The current value is $11,200.
Oh.
It's a collectible.
That's a collectible. Special edition. What I love about this bag is how neutral it is. It goes with everything, any day, any time, whenever. You don't leave this, you don't take it to Food Basics, okay? Don't you take it to Food Basics. It's gone. It's gonna be gone, gone. 10 grand. 11. I can't even wrap, okay. How many of you here own an $11,000 handbag? Anybody? One person, yeah, okay. Here we go. This is the moment of truth. Now, we know, is this for folks in the room only? Or is this folks online as well? Okay, so worldwide. Okay. Oh, you wanted to say something? Pardon?
I don't want to get too close. Oh, there we are. There we are.
Oh, geez.
Now, Eva was going to do the draw, but she bought a ticket. And so we're just going to make sure I'll do the draw because I didn't buy a ticket.
I didn't buy
and
a
if I
ticket.
didn't draw your name, one person's going to love me and listen to my morning show tomorrow, and the rest of you aren't going to listen anyway. So I've got nothing to lose. Okay. So, here you ready?
Yes.
I'm not looking to see.
Don't take that one.
Can you imagine if Matt Cardwell or John Rycroft, one of the other guys, Steve Lee,
And
this one?
go for it.
Close it, lock it.
So I don't know if this person is here. Well, everyone's a winner, baby. John.
Can you read that?
Rakieli. John Rockielli?
Does anybody know John? And your phone number is 760.
John with the last name, R-A-C-H-I-L-E-R-E-I? Is there a John in the house? Is there a John in the house out there? All right. Well, John's got a phone number, and John is the winner of the bag. Johnny R. There you go. Johnny R. just won that $11,000 bag, which is incredible. I'm going to, over to you.
Yeah, Eva is the chair of Hospice Whitby, Roger Anderson House, and she'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. Wow, thank you everybody for coming out, and thank you everybody at home for joining us tonight. It's been another great evening. You guys bring so much energy to us, you know, as we muddle our way through the year, doing our things and with our team, our small skeleton staff, getting our work done. And then we come to this event every year and you keep us going for another year. So, you know, by January, we're going back to tender. We'll be in construction by next spring, and we're moving forward with our build finally, with our beautiful new patios. So thank you once again, Vicki and all of our other sponsors for your generosity. I met some fantastic ladies at my table. You guys are awesome, so thank you so much. And I hope to see you all again next year. Hopefully a bigger venue with even more bodies, because we'll have something even bigger to celebrate next year. So thank you very much.
All right, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Yep. We went over the script, we practiced it, but we're changing it as we go along.
I'm overwhelmed.
So folks, that's the end of the show now. We want to thank Jane Gilbert, of course, for sharing her personal story with us and driving home the importance of Hospice Whitby. Thank you so much, Jane. That was wonderful. A big thank you to our event sponsors for the generous support and leadership, to Deer Creek for this beautiful venue. And by the way, there's a candy table on the way out. You're supposed to load up your pockets and purses. Take everything home with you. The biggest thanks goes to, of course, Lane the Auctionista, whose style, enthusiasm, tenacity, and absolute entertaining style. See, it can hold 175 pounds.
Well, yeah. I got you beat, bud.
Thank you so much. And finally, thank you to everyone who participated and generously donated to the Fund to Need bid and our live auction and online auctions, and everyone who showed their support. Now, the silent auction, Donna tells me, closes at 8:35. Is that right? 3 minutes. Oh, hot diggity cow. For those of the live audience, you can take your items with you. For the virtual guests who had winning bids, we will contact you over the next couple of days to arrange for pickup. So now, this is the part remember we said, can we do just something at the end?
Yeah.
Do you know what that part is?
The stuff in the middle.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, the home audience may not want to see this, but what we're going to do right now is those beautiful centerpieces. So I walked in today and I said to myself, these are really beautiful centerpieces that were donated. We should give them away, right? We should give them away. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to give them away. So at your tables, I would like you to determine whose birthday is closest to today, and I'd like that person to put their hand up in the air. I've got one table ready. 2 tables are ready. I got a couple more tables ready. I know it's a lot. It's a big, big question. All right. Hands up in the air. Hands up in the air. This table cannot figure it out. Okay. Now, I want that person to turn to the person to their right, shake their hand, and congratulate them for winning the centerpiece. There you go, Terry.
But
That's
wait.
how we do it.
There's more.
And now we have a few bottles of wine left, and we're going to play this crazy game of what's in your purse. Oh, my gosh. Okay, Terry, I will do this. Do you want to come up with the, do you know what's in a woman's purse?
I have no idea what's in a woman's purse. So I'm gonna take a shot at this. Does anybody happen to carry a toothbrush with them in their purse?
Show it to me. No, you got to show it. Don't put your hand up. I want to see the toothbrush. I want to see it. Show me your toothbrush. Show it to me. I got to see it. Where's the toothbrush? Where's the toothbrush?
There's one down there.
There's the toothbrush right here. You get a bottle of wine. Nice red wine to stain your teeth. Okay.
Look, do you have one more? Did you already?
We're gonna. You wanna? Oh, you wanna get everybody who
Look,
has a
she's
toothbrush?
got. Well, just a second one. She's very excited about it.
Oh.
All right. All right.
That is. You need a new toothbrush, honey. That thing looks like Rod Stewart's hair.
Okay, now I've got to ask, does anybody carry a stuffed animal with them in their
Oh God,
purse?
that's creepy. Oh my gosh, right there. But you have a baby with you. You got a baby.
She's got a baby with her.
Are you
stuffed animals.
breastfeeding? Oh, well, whatever. You can save it till next March.
Now, you know what? My wife says there's certain words I probably should not do at a gala. Certain
That's
things.
right.
Does anybody happen to have a condom with them?
Oh, come on. Really?
I mean, you know.
Why, Terry? Why would you say that?
Well, just in case. Is anybody going to admit to having a condom with them? You know,
Is
in
anybody
case,
actually thinking about that right now in this moment? I doubt it. Pick something a little more generic.
How about like a Canada flag? A Canada flag. Anything with like a pin that has a Canada flag, a ball marker. A lot of you are golfers, I know.
We're so
Anything with a
patriotic.
Canada flag of some sort on it in your purse. Hey, there's one on her phone. The fact that she had it ready to go on her phone.
Sure. We'll give
is
you a
not
bottle
bad.
of wine for that. Ingenuity. All right, I think we have 3 left.
3 left.
Okay, keep it clean, Tara.
All right.
Keep it clean.
Did anybody bring a flask with them? You know,
The police are seated in the back
that
corner.
you had it in your golf bag for birdie juice, which is not allowed, of course, at Deer Creek or any other golf course. Anybody got a flask? They're with the condoms. Nobody has a picture of a flask doesn't count. You can't drink that off your phone.
I got one. Here's one.
All right.
Here's one. I bet you we're going to get a lot. Does anybody have a $50 bill? Yes. Show it to me.
Oh.
Show it. Right there. Right there. Right there. There you go. $50. See?
Final one, then. This
I got
is
2 more.
Oh, you got 2 more.
2 more.
We're at a golf course. Does anybody have a golf tee that they carry around with? Like, why would you have a golf tee with you in your purse? But you might have a tee. Or a golf ball.
Yeah.
A picture?
A picture.
Oh. Wow. All right. A tee.
A tee. No way. Fantastic. It doesn't matter. A tea is a tea is a tea. There you go. Enjoy the tea. Thank you. Last one, Terry.
Somebody suggested a printed picture of their mother-in-law.
Printed.
A printed picture. How about this then? Really quickly, a digital picture of your mother-in-law. Show me on your phone. Show Lane.
Show me. I've got to see a
Picture of your mother-in-law.
Uh-oh, there's mother-in-law right there. How do I know that's your mother-in-law? That looks like a mother-in-law. There we go. Well done. That's it.
Our silent auction was there more? Anything else we missed? If you want to pick up your item, you have to bring your receipt back to the girls at the back to collect your item. And Donna tells me we hit 35. Probably when all is said and done, we will have hit $40,000. Check that. $50,000. $50,000. Thank you, everybody, for supporting Hospice Whitby, Roger Anderson House. We'll see you at the groundbreaking or next year's event, whichever comes first.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.